Hello? Can I see this on my phone, please? Okay. Refresh or something. Why? Where's... Okay, there we go. Turn it down all the way. So the stream is going to be somewhat different than I had planned. I was going to work on the Wallflower Blush video, but that's not going to happen now. Should I pop out the chat? I mean, I guess I could do that. Ninjas. So I finished playing. I have 9,950 subscribers. I thought I had 10 more. It seems to only go by 10 at this point. I can never get a number that doesn't end in a 0, apparently. YouTube has decided to block my streams, essentially. And I'm not happy about it. Where's the chat thing? Here. Why is it... Go over there. OBS, go away. So I guess what I'm going to do instead of that, and hopefully YouTube won't block me for this. I mean, I'm not using any video. I wasn't even doing that when I made that other video, but... I guess, gonna do some voice acting stuff. Where is the... Gandalf sure talks a lot. Okay, Bilbo's not even the right character that I'm looking for. Okay. Hi. So I found some script online for this movie. The 1977, I guess it was made for TV movie of The Hobbit. I actually used to try to record some of these, imitate the characters' voices back when I was a kid, when I first watched the movie, like years ago. Before I went to see The Lord of the Rings and stuff, I was familiar with The Hobbit, the cartoon. I don't know how well this is going to go. What I originally did was I just played the first few minutes of the movie and, you know, muted the movie and did my voice over it. But YouTube didn't seem to like that. They decided that they would just block the video. So technically I was listening to it through my headphones, but it couldn't be heard in the video. But now I'm just going to, you know, use this as a guide. And I mean, I went to all the effort of making these cards for the characters, which is, you know, I got the image from behind the voice actors and I blew it up to 1080p. And yeah, so before I get into that, the thumbnail for my collage, well, the thumbnail for my video, the stream today, was painstakingly made all morning. I put a bunch of, I took these images and tried to make them into a thing, but it didn't come out. Why is that? Why does that have a black background, but that has a white one? What's the difference? I don't know. I don't even know what it looks like, because I haven't been able to see it. But, you know, I didn't use all the videos. I forgot about Vice Principal Luna at first, and Wallflower I sort of added at the last second. So you see there's 2 versions of it. It ended up being a gigantic mess. I was hoping it would be like less pictures and more focused, but I have no more interest in working on it. So I guess I'm going to try to do Gandalf's voice. Gandalf. Gandalf. Can I really do this in a live stream? I don't know. So Gandalf talks a lot in the movie, and he does a lot of narrating, and he's a wizard. Sometimes he likes to disappear at inopportune times, but... So he's voiced by John Huston, who is a movie director and actor, and he has a really... like a perfect voice for Gandalf. I don't know how I should do this. I mean, I could make the image... Can we, like... the chat is just... Do I really need the chat? I mean, I have the chat on my phone. What do I need this for exactly? Probably nothing. Let's just move it out of the way. I'll put this over here, and then... I don't know. I made files for each of the characters. I even did some for the minor characters in the song. I don't know what I'm going to do today, but I better start doing something, right? I'm just sitting here rambling about nothing. Should I start with the whole introduction there? Well, okay. Might as well just go ahead and do that. I'm trying to hide my icons. Hide the icons. Do something, you idiot. I don't know what to do. I'm afraid YouTube will eat me. So. Man, without the video to guide me, I'm kind of lost. Come on, man, figure it out. Let's expand that a little bit. Man. Someone's talking. Someone has something. Just do what you can. Fanfics? I don't know about fanfics. I think from now on, like I said, I'm not going to do streams, though. So let me just try to do a little Gandalf voice. Okay. In a hole in a ground. In a ground? Let's try that again. In a hole see, I keep wanting to say a ground. I don't know why. I don't know what you're going on about, Dawn. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of aggravated right now. In a hole in the ground, there lived a hobbit. Many ages ago, when this ancient planet was not quite so ancient, long before man recorded his history, there was the time of Middle-earth, when men shared his days with elves, dwarves, wizards, goblins, dragons, and hobbits. In the lands of Middle-earth, in an area known as the Shire, there was a village named Hobbiton. There, in a hole in the ground, lived a hobbit. Not a nasty, dirty, wet hole, nor a dry, bare, sandy hole. It was a hobbit hole, and that means comfort. Okay. And then after that, Bilbo's like talking to him and stuff. I don't know. I don't know how that sounded, or if it just sounds like my regular voice, probably. I tried to do, the old wizard, wise old wizard voice. I don't know if it actually works, though. I probably sound like an idiot. I guess I'll do a few more of these lines. Maybe I'll just do, like, the first page here. Well, then he does this whole narration thing. Kind of like what I did before, but I screwed up when I was doing it before because I just kind of did it at the same time as the video, and at times I went too fast. I was trying to do everyone's voices, so naturally I did some of this, left out some of the lines because I anyway. Clear his throat. Bilbo Baggins, I am looking to hire a burglar. You mean you do not wish to share a grand adventure? Enough! I am Gandalf, and Gandalf means me. The same. Listen. They have come for tea, and for supper, and for you, Burglar Baggins. Okay, and for this next part, Gandalf and Bilbo are having like a back and forth conversation. Right. For the next 3 lines. I don't know how long I'm going to stream for today. Who knows? I really wanted to stream earlier, like hours ago, but it just wasn't possible, There's a magic in that music. You feel the love of beautiful things, to wear a sword instead of a walking stick. If you prefer, you can say expert treasure hunter. And this is where Gandalf starts. He does the narration of a poem here. Maybe YouTube won't block this stream. Who knows? Alright, I'm going to kind of see where I want to end. This is Gandalf, like, doing a poem. The dwarves of yore made mighty spells, while hammers fell like ringing bells, in places deep where dark things sleep, in hollow halls beneath the fells. Goblets they carved there for themselves, and harps of gold where no man delves. There lay they long, and many a song was sung unheard by man or elves. For ancient king and elvish lord, there many a gleaming golden hoard they shaped and wrought, and light they caught, to hide in gems on hilt of sword. No Steven Universe references, please. Okay. On silver necklaces they strung, the flowering stars on crowns they hung, the dragon fire in twisted wire, they meshed the light of moon and sun. And then Thorin says something, because he has to be interrupty. The pines were roaring on the height, the winds were moaning in the night. The fire was red, it flaming spread, the trees like torches blazed with light. The bells were ringing in the dale, the men looked up with faces pale. The dragon's ire, more fierce than fire, laid low their towers and houses frail. The mountain smoked beneath the moon. The dwarves they heard the tramp of doom. They fled their hall to dying fall, beneath his feet, beneath the moon. Then they sing the song. Okay. Right, Your Greatest Adventure. I'm sure everyone's familiar with that song. That's the end of the narration portion. None other. That was none other. Okay. There are 13 of you. Very unlucky. Mr. Baggins will make it 14. No arguments. Let us have the contract. Of course he does. And so, tomorrow begins your greatest adventure. I don't even know how that line was supposed to go. Anyway, that's enough of Gandalf for now, I guess. Okay, I want to go back to Bilbo. Do any Bilbo voices? Why was Bilbo first? I guess because he's the main character. I don't know. Let's close Gandalf's thing. Welcome back. Be quiet. Bookmarks. So, Bilbo Baggins was voiced by Orson Bean, who passed away only recently. In fact, it was 2 months ago. And I guess he was 91 years old, but he died in a car accident, unfortunately. And a very interesting life. Probably only matched in the cast by Brother Theodore, aka Theodore Gottlieb, who voiced Gollum. Of course, Gollum doesn't show up till about halfway through the movie, like Christopher Walken. Okay, why? Just go. Okay, I'm not going to do the humming, because I can't do it. This, of course, is Bilbo talking to Gandalf. Yes? Burglar? I'm afraid you've come to the wrong place. Dear me, no. We hobbits are plain, quiet folk. Adventures make one late for dinner. Gandalf? Not the wandering wizard. What do these dwarves want in Hobbiton? And it moves through me. To go and see the great mountains and hear the pine trees and waterfalls. Just once. What is this burglar business? Well, yes, I do prefer that. It is not, well known to me. Is this the adventure you've planned for me? To help you recapture the gold? If you must have a E thing. No open parentheses. Nice going. To Burglar Baggins. Terms for your professional services. 1/14 of total profits. Traveling expenses guaranteed. Funeral expenses if necessary. Sincerely, Thorin and Company. Funeral expenses? I... Okay, and that's the last line before the... Bilbo had less lines, but that's because Gandalf, insisted on being the narrator. Well, I mean, for characters other than those four... Okay, I added something for Thorin, because I screwed up. Instead of a stream. Fanfics. But how do I do that? You mean add it to YouTube? I don't know. I mean, I have done fanfics, but I don't think I'd post them on here. And they weren't really fanfics. Anyway. Back to the 1977 Hobbit. Alright, okay, there's Thorin. And Thorin is in the thumbnail. Somewhere. If you look really closely. Thorin... voiced by Hans Conried. Thorin in this movie, I think, looks a little bit like Grumpy the Dwarf, and he has some superficial similarities. I don't know. I came up with that comparison when my video got blocked. I can do a lot of things. I don't have to do YouTube. Can this orientation be right? So Thorin is the grandson of the king under the mountain, but named Thror, but his name never comes up in the movie. And basically a dragon kicked him out of his kingdom, his mountain, so... And of course Thror is long gone at this point. And so is Thorin's father, although if you've seen the new Hobbit movies, that's not totally the case there, because Thrain was still alive, apparently. He was very old. Okay, can I do a Thorin voice? I don't know. Thorin. Thorin and Company, at your service. Dwalin, Balin, Keely, Feely, Dory, Nori, and Ori. Owen, sir, and Glowin, sir. Call him Biffer and him Boffer. And then Bombor introduces himself because he's, whatever, comedian. Gandalf, dwarves, and burglar Baggins. Okay, give me a second. We are met tonight in the house of our friend, this most excellent hobbit. May the hair on his toes never fall out. And of course, hobbits are known for their toe hair, or their hair on the tops of their feet and toes. I don't know. We shall soon start on our long journey. Our object is, I take it, well known to us. All of us. Really? Really? Then we must inform our burglar. Me clearing my throat. That's just me normally clearing my throat. We seek a treasure, that which is rightfully ours. Far off in the east, beyond the misty mountains and the dark forest of Mirkwood, there you will find Lonely Mountain. Long ago, this was the home of my people, and was ruled by my grandfather, King Under the Mountain. Undoubtedly, all this wealth was what brought the dragon. Let me do that one again. Undoubtedly, all this wealth was what brought the dragon. Okay. And below us, in the valley, lay Dale. In the script, or in the transcript I found, it says a town of mortal men. But not only is that line a little weird, I don't really think it makes sense for him to say that, but he never actually seems to say it in the film, in any version of it I've seen. So I think it might just be in the original script. Curses to the dragon! Curses to Smog! He killed our men and stole our gold. And he does seem to say kill and not killed, which is, I guess it's old-fashioned language, but... A splendid lucky number you found for us. Do you find the terms acceptable? And that's the end of the lines before the thing. There is Bombur talks a little bit, but there's Balin. Why? Okay. Balin and... Yeah, this might not be a very long stream at all, but we'll see. Miserable, no good robbing trolls. Maybe I'll do a few other characters, I don't know. I'm pretty worn out. Bombur doesn't have that many lines. In fact, he only has one before the opening credits. There's one person watching, I think it's me. Okay. One moment, please. And, Bombur, at your service. That's the only line I'm going to do there. Let's see, let me look at this list. Do I have the patience for this? Not really. Miserable, no good robbing trolls. Technically doing another line. Balin should come before that. I don't know. Let me go into YouTube for a minute. Okay, yeah, like, so there were 2 streams here, and they were both blocked. I've done a lot of streams lately. Maybe too many streams. Maybe I should do more just videos. That might be what I have to do. But I thought I would at least do one video before one stream, just to kind of acknowledge the whole 10,000 subscriber thing. I know I'm not exactly there yet, but I'm going to be there soon. And I don't know exactly when it's going to happen. So, it could happen, like, while I'm sleeping. Don Messick. Our lookout has spied something. I keep doing Thorn voices. Thorn voices. I think the stream, I think I'll end at 3:30 because, you know, it's already, I have nothing to I know. Balin does like a little owl hoot. I'm not gonna bother trying. Balin is voiced by Don Messick, who some people might know is the original voice of Scooby-Doo, among a lot of other kind of famous characters I can't think of right now. Don Messick was very busy. I think along with Mel Blanc was considered one of the like premier voice actors of his time. But, yeah. Okay. It sounds like an old man in this movie. I mean, he is an old man. Thorne's older, unlike like in the movies where they made him younger. But... Look! I can't even... Look! Trolls! Oh man, the Balin voice is harder than I thought. Left us again, just when a wizard would have been most useful. Alright, that's enough Balin. The trolls. Yeah. I had to add the pictures for the trolls. Troll 1. I'm going by what I found on IMDb. It had Troll 1 and Troll 3 listed in the same thing. I think the Troll 3 that when he says dwarves is actually supposed to be Troll 3. It just sounded a little different. Troll 1 is, and that's right, Bombor, I forgot to mention, was voiced by Paul Frees. And so is Troll number 1, the troll leader, known as Bill Huggins in the book, I think. Anyway. Oh god, the troll voices. This troll has a particularly deep voice. Oh god. Blast! Nothing but mutton to eat. Let's cook him and find out. Let's go get 'em all. Nah, boil 'em, says I. The sun, blast it! And then he, like, dies. Wow, that was so dramatic. I don't know how to do this. Troll number 2 is voiced by Jack DeLeon. I don't know. He voiced most of the minor dwarves and several other minor characters in the movie, and the spiders, who I'm probably not going to get to at this rate. Troll number 2. Okay. What the blazes? What have we got here? Blah. He wouldn't make a mouthful. Now that's a supper. Each to his own, boys. There's plenty for all. I likes mine raw. Talking about eating the dwarves. We're done for. And then he gets, the sun goes up because Gandalf did it. Gandalf did it. And then we have Troll 3, who was voiced by Don Messick, and he sounds a little bit goofy. I guess they're all kind of goofy. I don't mean like goofy, but, Okay. He sounds a little bit like Scooby, honestly, but like more evil. How I long for a bit of man flesh. But maybe there's more where he came from. Dwarves! Let's roast 'em! How did the morning come so soon? Okay, that's enough of the trolls. That's enough talking with the trolls here. Okay. Already did Balin. Do I have time for Elrond's voice? I don't know. I have time to do whatever you want, man. It's a matter of whether I want to or not. Elrond is voiced by Cyril Richard, who passed away, I don't know, the same year the movie came out. And of course this company made another movie based on Return of the King. And Elrond, of course, is in that. So they had... who did his voice in that? I can't remember. Right. And Elrond, as you can see, has a beard in the movie, which he's not really supposed to have a beard, but oh well. I don't know about this crown thing around his head. I don't know if that's a... But anyway, otherwise, he's Elrond. And, okay. Yes, of course. Well, first of all, they're not troll make. They must have been stolen. They were made for the Goblin Wars. This sword, Thorin, the rune's name. Orcrist, the Goblin Cleaver. Glamdring, the Foe Hammer. Keep them well. Now show me your map. Something strange. Let's see. I can see I left out a line here. I must have made a mistake when I was copying things over. Ah, there are moon letters here. That's the missing line. And then Bilbo asks what they are. And Elrond responds. Runes that can only be seen when the moon shines behind them. They give directions for finding the secret door. Stand by the grey stone when the thrush knocks, and the last light of the setting sun will shine upon the keyhole. And then later in the movie, Bilbo remembers him saying that. Okay. Let's see, who's... Dory... Whatever. I guess I'll do a few more. I might stop at Gollum, because I don't know if I can take much more of this, frankly. Dory. Well, first of all, let's go to his page here. Dory's another dwarf that gets a decent amount of lines in the movie, along with Bombur and Balin. I know I didn't do all of Bilbo and Thorin's lines and stuff, but they have, like, a lot. So Dory is voiced by John Stevenson, who voiced Mr. Slate on the Flintstones and many other characters. What is open here? What is behind these? Hang on a second. Okay, close that. Dory has kind of like a high-pitched, nasally voice. It's a very John Stevenson, but he does he has a good range. Even in this movie. Bilbo! He's gone! No, I think the first line is like, Bilbo! Bilbo! Where are you? This is just not a good imitation at all. Dory is a voice I thought I would have a hard time with. My poor legs! My legs! Anyway, I've had enough of Dory. Who's next? The goblins? I kind of want to do the goblins' voices. First you have the Great Goblin, who's like the leader, sort of the goblins there. Let's go to his thing. Okay, yeah, as you can see, it's scary looking. Okay. Like Dory is voiced by John Stevenson. It's a very different voice and character. Hang on. Who are these miserable persons? And I can already tell this is like not gonna go well. Murderers! Elf friends! Ugh. I know that sword. It is called Glamdring, the foe hammer. No! And then he like dies because the movie does deaths weird. I don't know. The regular goblin. I think I had to make a separate image for him. I had to make a screenshot and then do that instead of, just using the behind the voice actors ones. I'm the only person watching. Well, I can always comment later, I guess. And this goblin is voiced by Don Messick, I think. It was a little hard to be clear which goblin it was, but he's the only one who has any significant lines. He is a liar, O truly tremendous one. Ask him to explain his weapon. This sword is named Orcrist, the Goblin Cleaver. Okay. This has been cringe. Okay. Gollum, Dwalin. The Elven King, who's very German. You know, right, the spiders, okay. Alright, honestly, I can't do anymore. Maybe later. Maybe later. Let me just talk about... what did I just close? Oh, well. Some of the images here. A lot of them are either based on suggestions that I've heard from people, or they're just kind of like characters I'd like to do videos for, like Janna from Star vs. the Forces of Evil. Someone, I forget who, had suggested Kelly from Star vs. the Forces of Evil. I think I'd like to do a video on Scootaloo, maybe. maybe some like TMNT characters. These are kind of shows that I've watched over the past, several years. Not going too far back, but like Gravity Falls, I think, is the oldest one. Tambry is there somewhere. Yep. And like Amphibia, Sasha from Amphibia, maybe video on her. I don't know. But like I said, for now at least, it seems like the streams are just not going to be happening. Rarity. I think I included all the main 7 people. And then there were those 2 guys, those background characters. Someone suggested maybe doing a video on that. Shinigami and Renee from TMNT. I mean, hey, I'm always open to suggestions. It's just like hard to keep track of everything. I really should try to do that. Supernova Zap or Susie from Post Crush, and then I did add Sunset there. Ida the Owl Lady. Really, there are a couple characters from the Owl House I could possibly make a video for, but Twilight Sparkle with glasses, human Twilight, whatever you want to call her. Obviously, I'm still working on Wallflower's video. I haven't finished it. Vice Principal Luna. I think that covers everyone. Yes. Fluttershy, Rarity, Adagio, Dazzle. I never did a video for Adagio. I did one for the other 2 Dazzlings, so I thought, should at least try to do one for her at some point. Maybe I won't do a stream every day this week, but I'll try to maybe get a couple videos done. I'll try to get that Wallflower Blush video done at the very least. Yeah, so how long has this stream been going for? Too long, am I right? Okay. I liked that the young Ida had the orange hair. The bright orange hair. It's like, well, there's a story there, but whatever. Why did I close that? I don't know. Let's check on the stream status. Okay. Okay, thanks. I appreciate your vote of confidence. I'm losing subscribers as we speak. So, like, if anyone wants to check out this, it's like 30 hours worth of videos, so I would advise not watching them all at once or anything, which is pretty much impossible. I think I can close this now. Yeah. The streams, like Trixie's stream used to be there, and then Wallflower's stream was there, but literally right before I started doing the stream, they were blocked. So I am the only one who can see them, and I'm not gonna. Another thing I might try to do is I know I never finished the first Sonata Dusk video, but we'll see. I really feel up for doing that. Where are we at? 43-ish minutes, something. 51. Wait a minute. What does this time mean? Hours over minutes over hours? I don't know. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up. Okay, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for commenting, Dawn. Okay, see everybody later.